So after yesterday's embarrassing loss versus the Arizona Cardinals, Dallas Cowboys fans was down and out. But today at the trade deadline, Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys made some moves that I think Dallas Cowboys fans should be excited about. What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans stand up. Now, it's been a roller coaster of emotions, I must admit, right? You go back to what transpired last night on Monday Night Football. The Dallas Cowboys once again got walked out the building versus the Arizona Cardinals. We haven't beat them since 2017. So I know after the game, a lot of Cowboys fans, self-included, was extremely frustrated. But Jerry Jones before that, in his massive parade he had with First Take, talked about there was some things that the Dallas Cowboys were focusing on from a trade standpoint and acquiring that could help this team. Now, I will say this. Does the moves that transacted today help the Dallas Cowboys this season? Probably not, right? If you want to say, hey, we can go undefeated the rest of the season and make playoffs, and I hear you, but I'm really not listening. But what the acquisitions did today was set the foundations for the future. And the Dallas Cowboys now have the opportunity to play spoiler, right? I'm petty. Y'all know me. I'm Petty Tuck, right? So I have this philosophy, and I think this needs to be the philosophy for Cowboys Nation for the rest of the 2025 NFL season. You ready? If we ain't going, you ain't going. Like, oh, it took the Dallas Cowboys ain't going. Okay, I get it. If we ain't going, you ain't going, right? So right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are kind of on the cusp. Right now, if the playoffs were to start today, the Kansas City Chiefs would not be in the playoffs. Cool, on Thanksgiving. If we ain't going, you ain't going, right? NFC North is kind of, right? Could it be the Packers? Could it be but when we play the Minnesota Vikings, if we ain't going, you ain't going, right? AFC West is kind of up, right? You have the Broncos, but, the Chargers come out. If we are not going, you ain't going, right? So it's time for the Dallas Cowboys to play spoilers for the NFL for the rest of the season, because our chances of making the playoffs, it would be a miracle far from grace, right? But I will say this. You have to give credit where credit is due. And I know that I'm hard on Jerry Jones. I'm hard on front office. I still don't like them. I still don't like them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of those people who are just negative. And when they do something positive, I'm like, okay, right? That's sour grapes. That's not what I do. That's what some of y'all do. But I'm not that type of person, right? And you have to tip the cat to the Dallas Cowboys front office of what they did today. Now, you have to think about it. Y'all know I'm still pro 11 with the Stranger Things out there. All my Stranger Things fans out there. Y'all know I'm still pro 11, but I have been telling you guys frequently on this channel, if you guys want me to stop talking about Micah Parsons, and not for you guys in the comments to tell me to stop talking about Micah Parsons, right? It's up for the organization to do something to make me forget about Micah Parsons. And thus far, they haven't done anything, right? But now when you start to look and reflect, the Micah Parsons trade to the Green Bay Packers, it turned to Quinnen Clark, was playing decent, right? You got 2 first-round picks. Now you just leveraged one of those first-round picks, and you got Quinnen Williams. And if you guys have followed me long enough, you guys know I've been pro Quinnen Williams from the jump. Funny, I found an old conversation me and Vach, look at my dog Vach out there, was having in 2021, and he was talking about, this top 10 draft pick, what's a player y'all would trade that for, right? Now, that pick ultimately turned into Micah Parsons, but guess who Jay Tuck said? I said I would trade that pick for Quinnen Williams, right? I've been plotting on Quinnen Williams for the longest because he's that damn good, right? So when you get someone like Quinnen Williams, this helps your defense tremendously. This year, yes, but it's a future cornerstone piece that now offensive coordinators have to lean up in their chair a little bit, right? And Quinnen Williams will make life easier for everybody, right? I know a lot of you guys wanted an edge rusher, but having Quinnen Williams, having Quinnen Clark, and having Osa Odigizua should help your edges now, because now you have to double team. Now you have someone that you have to focus on when it comes to your interior. So getting someone who's still young, right? Knock on wood, primarily healthy, good guy. He's a dominant, he's a game wrecker, right? I love Quinnen Williams, and I think this was an A+ slam dunk acquisition for the Dallas Cowboys. Not for this year, but for the future of the Dallas Cowboys defense now, and you're able to keep your draft picks for this year, first rounders. We can cook a little bit, because if you turn this into Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, Caleb Downs, Terrell, Anthony Hill, right? We can talk a little bit, right? We'll lean up in our chair defensively. So the Dallas Cowboys have done good things building for the future. Now, for some of us who's tired of losing, tired of waiting 30 years, right, who really wanted this year to be the year, yeah, that sucks, right? It sucks. It really does us no good, because like I said, we would have to go on an undefeated, hell of a MVP run from Dak Prescott to even make it even imaginable. But the future is bright when it comes to Dallas Cowboys. And you toss in Logan Wilson. Now, when it came to Logan Wilson originally, right, wasn't much of a fan of it. Is he an upgrade at the middle linebacker position? I will say yes. He only gave a 7th-round pick, so it was minimal for what you got, right? It's small risk, big return, because those 7th-round picks, Jay Toye and all those, they're not even active, right? So it's a good return on your investments. You have some upside. It really leads me to believe that they don't trust Kenny Clark at the green dot middle linebacker. So now you have a guy that can be your green dot to kind of get him prepared as we gear up for Vegas. Then you should have an Overshown to be your Will, and then who's going to be your Strong depends on, probably be Kenny Clark from not Kenny Clark, but Kenneth Murray from that standpoint, right? So you have some things, even though personally I think you should go with Maris, right? But now, the biggest fault not only come to like 2 games, and honestly, I probably won't go to the full thing unless y'all ask me to, right? When it comes to Logan Wilson, is are you able to keep him clean? I really found he struggled getting off of blocks, right, at the second level. But now that you have a Quinnen Williams, a Kenny Clark, it really kind of helps him. And he's a guy that he plays from the eyes above, right? Not the most fluid sideline to sideline, right? But he's more of a downhill type linebacker. But with having Overshown to your left and possibly Maris to your right, you have some youth to move sideline to sideline. So now the Logan Wilson thing looks a whole lot better versus when it's a solo, right? He's not an entree, he is an appetizer, but he had to get a meal to go with it. And I think that Quinnen Williams is the perfect entree, and now you have a side dish, right? You have a side dish / appetizer that kind of helps strengthen this Dallas Cowboys defense. And kudos to the Jets. Jets, Jets. Aaron Glenn, send me your address, bro, because I need to send you a Christmas card, because they could have really cracked the Cowboys over the head, but they didn't do so. They say, you know what? We'll take a 2nd-round pick this year. Okay, cool. And we'll take your 1st-round pick in 2027, and we'll just take the Green Bay one. And you know what? I'm so cool with you. Give me Mozzie Smith. I'll take Mozzie Smith off you. Whoa. Aaron Glenn, I owe you a gift card for Christmas, right? Because you did us a massive favor, because you could have took us to the woodshed, but you didn't. You didn't get greedy, right? So you took Mozzie, you took that Packers 2027 pick, which is going to be valuable in the first damn place, right? Cool. Kudos to the Jets. I wish you guys well. I wish you would toss in Breece Hall, or Braylon Allen, but I'm being greedy, right? So overall, it's a step in the right direction. And listen, as loud I have been against the Dallas Cowboys front office, you have to give them credit where credit is due, because they actually did something, right? They actually did something to show Cowboys fans we're trying, right? We're trying, versus typically sitting on their hands. Now, I will say this. Brian Schottenheimer, we're still kind of, cool. We cool right now. But I will say the one thing that I'm extremely happy why Brian Schottenheimer is our head coach, because they are doing everything they can to make sure he does not fail. They give him Pickens and Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark and multiple draft. Like, they are making sure Brian Schottenheimer is set up for success versus Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy was asking for Bobby Wagner. They was like, hell no. Nah. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, if you like it, I love it. But overall, this is a good move for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the one thing we have to watch now, Cowboys Nation, is I think Matt Eberflus might be safe, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video, man. So it's your boy J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. If you love draft content in the right spot, NFL content in the right spot, Cowboys content, you are in the right spot. So turn on that notification bell so you do not miss out. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and Big Q, welcome to Dallas, dog. Peace. This video is brought to you by Sleeper, the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And right now, Sleeper is doing something crazy, unimaginable. Yes, Sleeper right now is giving you a free $20. Yep, free. All you have to do is be a new subscriber and download Sleeper, and Sleeper will give you $20 in your account to play your daily fantasy pick. So if you want to pick Dak Prescott to go over his passing yards because he's playing at an MVP level, just use Sleeper. And also, if you want to make a deposit, use the code CFO. Sleeper will match 100% up to $100. So download Sleeper, get your free $20 to play daily fantasy sports, and also use the code CFO to get 100% up to $100 on your match. And let's go get this money, gang.